I wanted to start with you, Clive. I have a horse called Sonning Star. I bought it, it raced 3 times, and it's been on its arse for the last 2 years trying to get better. You must be, by anybody's standards, either the shrewdest judge of a horse or the luckiest bloke in the history of the world. Royal Leclerc, masterminded Kauto Star, no disrespect, my favourite horse is maybe more money than anything. Amazing. How?
I always called it a stroke of luck, of course, but as I've gradually gone through racing with 1 or 2 trainers, and I finally found Paul Nichols, who's a wonderful trainer, that I really got to buy a horse with a bit of form. And so, with the help of Anthony Bromley, who's a great, he's the shrewd man, he's the chap who judges the horses, and he has passed me tapes of some very nice horses, and I've looked at the tapes, and I mean several tapes. I haven't always bought them. The first one I've seen.
Your 2 horses, 19th, before we talk about the race, they're stabled next door to each other. Apparently they're friends. What about you two? Do you like each other? Do you spar a bit?
The big difference is that Denman and he are absolutely together, but they both live 30 yards from my bed. So really, I've got them all the time, but I'm going to ask Clive one question, because I don't know whether he knows the answer or not, and it's quite interesting. When is Kauto Star's birthday?
Oh, well, yes, I do know that.
I thought he might.
Well, don't start arguing.
I'm going to take him some cream buns, and it's March the 19th. He's 10 on that day.
Now, I've never actually been to the Gold Cup. Is it a 2-horse race, Clive?
No, I certainly don't think it is. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that Denman is going to be a different horse on the day. He's not going to be like he was last time at Newbury. He will be seriously in form, and he may well this go, and if this rain keeps up, it'll suit him a bit more than Kauto.
Paul, is Denman okay psychologically, physically after the chase at Newbury when he fell?
He came home extremely well in himself, but I expect here he's wondered what on earth happened. I begin to wonder myself exactly what happened.
There was quite a public fallout between you and McCoy. You vowed in Paul Nicholls' book not to speak for 2 years. Is he still on board Denman? Is he the right jockey for Denman in the Gold Cup?
There's no question he's still on Denman. There's no question I fell out with McCoy. The time that I got very cross with him was when Seymour Business was brought down in the Gold Cup, and I don't believe there was enough waving to say that he'd broken down and was and carried him out.
But that's all gone. He will be on Denman.
Yeah, talk me about it. Oh Lord, yeah, he's going to be on Denman.
David Hay was down at Ditchett the other day, the newest British heavyweight champion, talking about this rumble in the jungle in terms of, you know, the 2 horses. You've got the 2 best chasers in training. You've got the 2 best jockeys, I would say, by a mile on board. It's one of those mouth-watering moments. The thing in sport is, on so many occasions, when something gets built up, it doesn't always transpire that it works out that well. You know, the FA Cup final's never the greatest game. Does that concern the 2 of you as owners, that so much is being made of this Gold Cup on the 19th of March that actually might not pan out that way?
I think Imperial Commander is a serious horse. He won the Ryanair last year. That's 2.5 miles. We know he can do 3 mile as of Betfair in November, the Betfair Chase at Haydock. And of course, we've got Tyrannus. And I think Tyrannus could be the forgotten horse of the race. And he seriously likes Cheltenham. He races 3 miles, and he's got a lot of talent.
As owners of the 2 leading horses in the Gold Cup, what is the day? Are you a complete nightmare all day? Are you a bag of nerves? Are you very calm, Paul? How do you approach it?
Personally, I would much rather watch the Gold Cup when everybody's in it and there's a competition, compared with Newbury the other day when you're 6-1 on or 7-1 on. And I'm a bag of nerves then, and rightly so by the look of it. But
because everybody expects it.
Absolutely, everybody. And they all say to you and all this and that and everything else. But I'm hoping we're going to have a good, competitive Gold Cup, which everybody's going to enjoy.
On the day, I've invited a lot of people down because it's good fun. I like having a party type thing. And about 100 are coming, and we've got a marquee and all the rest of it. Now, I would tell you that 95 of them don't go racing. Yeah. And I'm introducing them, and they're all going to have a lot of fun. Well, last year, after we won the Gold Cup, I'm very pleased about that, we went back to the hotel, Greenways at Cheltenham, and 3 of the ladies who were there, about 50 of us there, they came up and they said to me, this has been the best day of their life. And I said, well, hang on a minute, what about when you got married?
Yeah.
Oh, no, forget that, they said. This truly was the best day, and they really meant it.
Do you get nervous? Do you have superstitions
Yeah,
in terms of the day?
You don't realise how nervous you are until after the race, and then you realise how nervous you really were before the race. So, yes, I'll be nervous. You're bound to get nervous. It's too much anticipation.